Hey everyone, so my name is Leon, and today we're gonna be doing another Big Brother All Star casting video. It's been a while since I did like a Big Brother casting video in general. I wanna orchestrate this video as if the next season, Big Brother 24, will be another All Star season. And the way I want to do is I want to choose players that only played one time and players that I think that would be open to come back on another season and players that only played one time. And because of that, also there'll be no winners from this in this list too. And also, I chose specific seasons from Big Brother 13 to Big Brother 23. And yeah, with my criteria, I ended up having a short list of 27 players, but in another Big Brother season, I decided to have 16 make my list, and then there'll be 13 honorable mentions. So we're gonna get to honorable mentions last. So we're just gonna go through the list of players I decided to choose for this particular season. So starting with the men, I'm gonna go from latest season to earliest season. So the first person that made my also list is Derek X. I feel like he played a fantastic game for Big Brother 23, especially for somebody who didn't know the game well. He's somebody that learned the game quickly, a big physical threat, decent socially, decent strategically, and I feel like on another season where if he, watch a couple seasons, here and there, I feel like he can come into the game kind of similar to Big Brother 18 Paul or Big Brother 19 Paul, and I'm not saying he'll play like Paul and Big Brother 19, but I think he can have a chance to dominate the game and win the competition he needs to. If not get to the end, he could probably go really far than he did last time. So Derek X made my list. Next person I'm gonna put on the list, the next guy I decided to choose was Tommy for Big Brother 21. I felt like with him, he played a great game Big Brother 21, and if it was for Jackson's um, lie that basically got Cliff and Nicole to turn on Tommy there and to get Tommy out of Final Five. I feel like Tommy at least gets the Final Three in that season. Tommy is a very good social threat, very decent on a physical. Strategically, he's above average. I feel like he's another player who I feel like can go far. Moving on, next person I decided to put on there, and with this next person, I almost put like another person in his spot, but I decided to go with Cliff here from the same season, Big Brother 21. He's a super fan, someone who watches the live feeds and has his own um, YouTube channel based on Big Brother now. I feel like he'd be a good fit for this cast. I feel like he'd be the token older guy, the guy that super fan as well. I don't know if he'll go deep this time. I feel like in this particular cast, maybe he won't go as far, but I think that he has potential to survive the first 3 weeks and he can probably get to the final four like last time. So I put Cliff here. I think he'll be more able to do better than the person that I had in mind in place of him. So I decided to choose him over the other person. Next person I put on his list is Brett from Big Brother 20. He's on my good. He's also kind of like Derek X, new to the game. Somebody who has a potential to be good physically, great socially, strategically. He's okay, but he's decent enough uh, to be in a big alliance. Can probably go far based on the numbers surrounding him. I think in the return, I don't know if he'll do well, but I put him here because out of the options I had, there wasn't really anybody that was similar to him that I could put in place of him, so I decided to just put him on the list. Corey from Big Brother 18, you could say similar to Brett, but I feel like he's kind of more the smarter version of Brett, and he's somebody who's more of a blatant triple threat, somebody who's good socially, strategically, and physically, somebody who knows what the correct move is for his game, somebody who can win in the return season, kind of like Cody and Big Brother 22. So I put him here. Paulie, speaking of Cody, I'm talking about Cody Cafe, by the way. Speaking of Cody, I put his brother Paulie on the cast. He's somebody who's done well in the challenge, somebody who has ability to go far in many reality TV show games. So I think put him on here could be a good fit. I don't know if he'll go far on a return to Big Brother, but I think he can, he'll have Corey on here with him, who's from the same season, Big Brother 18. and I think if he can get lines and numbers, he can go far. Johnny Mack from Big Brother 17 I put on here. I think in return he might be a early target because he's not the guy that will be dragged into big lines by the way. He's a guy who needs a couple weeks to blend into the house. But I think on a physical level he can be decent. Socially he's okay, and strategically he's okay. I feel like he needs to have like a Vanessa like figure or a dominant um presence on the season. If he attaches himself to that type of person, he can go far. But we'll see. Last guy I put on the list, kind of similar to Johnny Mack, but I feel like he's different enough. So I put Judd from Big Brother 15. He's somebody who is likable, very friendly. It's kind of like Johnny Mack. He won't be in the major lines early on, but if he gets some footing, he can go far into the game. So I decided to put him here as the last guy. Moving on to the ladies. The first person I put on here, once again, I'm using the latest season from late season earliest. Big Brother 23, gotta put Tiffany here. Tiffany played the best game Big Brother 23. And if it was for the cookout, she at least gets a final four or final three, in my opinion. If not, final two and wins the game. So if she wasn't playing for her lines, if she was playing for herself, she definitely gets to the end game with ease. So I gotta put her here. Claire's another player who's a super fan, somebody who at first I was like about, but seeing the mindset of the game, she actually grew on me. I think on a return, she has the game ability. Being a super fan, can go really far into the game. Won't just rely on one or two players to align with. Would actually, I think someone who could spread themselves out to align themselves with multiple threats or multiple players can go on a return and basically win the game if she plays the cards right. And is a decent enough physical threat despite of she didn't win any competitions Big Brother 23, but that's because she has switched up a strategy. But I feel like if she plays more aggressively, she can win more comps. Anyways, moving on. Christy for Big Brother 21 played well, got to the final six just like Tiffany. Can have a potential to go the same way, can go to the final six again, or can go deeper. Somebody who's pretty good socially, strategically is pretty solid, physically can get win comps. He won the first HOA, so there's that. So I put on here Haley from Big Brother 20. Very underrated socially and underrated strategically. Has the strategic ability to get far in the game. Just was on the losing side on the season. I feel like she'll be pulled in the major lines this time and may play on the winning side. We'll see. Alex Al from Big Brother 19 is another lady I put on here. Got to the final five or final six despite a Paul's influence. Somebody who's I think was new to the game, but somebody that can go far if given the right tools or line herself with the right threat. She knew who to line herself with and was able to get far because of that. So I put on here Natalie from Big Brother 18. Pretty good natural, good social player. Strategically, it's okay, but I think because of her social ability, can go far on lines. She might be targeted early on the return because, as you see from the challenge, you cannot just go far because of sociability anymore. I think the best in these modern day games of Survivor and Big Brother and the challenge too, you put that in there. You have to be better than being good socially. You have to do more. So I put on here because she was a different archetype than she's similar to Haley, but then different enough to give it a little diversity. Vanessa Russo from Big Brother 17 obviously got put on there. She needs to return. It was an argument because she's kind of similar to Tiffany and similar to Christy a little bit, but I decided Vanessa needs to return. I got put on here, and I think because she's different enough from them, then she could, I think, dominate the game, or if she doesn't dominate the game, at least be a great early boot on the return. So put on here. Lastly, I put on here is Alyssa. I almost put Helen from Big Brother 15, but I decided to put on Alyssa because Alyssa, CBS really likes Alyssa from The Amazing Race. She went on Amazing Race with Rachel. She went on Big Brother 15 because of her connection to her sister Rachel Riley. So I decided to put her on here just to, gotta have a Riley sis on there, and I think she's a decent enough triple threat. Socially, she's okay. Can be strategically solid. Very underrated physical threat though. I decided to put on there because of that. Um, yeah, but that's my list of the cast I decided to put together for this type of season. If All Stars was Big Brother 24, you can think of it as a second chance season. There is honorable mentions I want to mention of people who I considered but I didn't put on. Helen from Big Brother 15, Amanda Zuckerman from Big Brother 15, Donnie from Big Brother 16, Frankie Grande from Big Brother 16, Liz from Big Brother 17, Austin from Big Brother 17, Michelle from Big Brother 18, Jason from Big Brother 19, Mark from Big Brother 19, Hannah from Big Brother 23. You know, she was close to putting on. It was between her and Haley, and Kylan from Big Brother 21, not 21, 23. I almost put Kylan over Judd or Brett, but I decided to leave Kylan off because I think because of his exit kind of made me kind of nervous to put him on because I don't know if they'll choose him or someone else. But it's my short list. It's kind of second chance type season. Let me know what you think about this, and thank you guys for watching. And more videos come soon. And adios.